Alrighty, we're ready to go. Let's go. So we're all ready to go. Oh, by the way, if you could like and subscribe, that would be nice. But for now, let's go to Scotland. Connected to Scotland's northwest coast by bridge, the Isle of Skye is characterized by its rugged landscape, quaint fishing villages and medieval castles. The coastline of the Inner Hebrides' largest island is scarred by peninsulas of narrow lochs that stretch from the mountain's interior to the sea. The town of Portree, with its harborside pubs and small shops, is a good base for exploring the island. Everything you need to know about the Island of Mist is here. The Isle of Skye is one of the largest islands in Scotland's Inner Hebrides. It lies off the west coast about the level of the Highland capital of Inverness. It is now connected to the mainland of Scotland by a road bridge. Skye is also called En Chelan Skianach. It also had another name from around 150 AD, which was called Scetis Insula. Let's start off at the ferry glen. No one exactly knows where ferries are coming from. Some say they are spirits of the dead. Others suspect them to be angels that are not good enough for heaven, but not bad enough for hell. But even if you don't know where they're coming from, one thing is for certain. These little mythical folk has a keen sense of bizarre beauty. You can actually notice this at a special effort they put into the ferry glen at the Isle of Skye. Small pools of seaweed nestle around rippled cones. The trees themselves reach into nothingness with long fingers. Through small streams of waterfalls meander through secluded valleys, and the Castle Even keeps watch over all. To be clear, Castle Even is not actually a castle, but a towering rock in the middle of the valley. It actually resembles a watchtower or small fortress. The braves of you can even climb it via a small path. It offers enough space at the top to stay safe, maybe even let the sun shine on your stomach. The ferry glen is one of the most beautiful places at the Isle of Skye, and it is not yet a crowded tourist attraction. At the right time, with a bit of luck, you can explore it with a walk all by yourself, or with your significant other. The nearest village to the ferry pools is Carboost in the west of Skye. The walk itself starts at the road of Glen Brittle. The hike is suitable for normal weather conditions. But if it has rained heavily, some of the river crossings can become a real challenge, so be careful. Let's drive to our next destination, the ferry pools. The first waterfall marks the beginning of the magic pools. Take some time to work your way up the river and explore all the pools. Some of the pools are great for swimming, but they rarely get warm. A wetsuit is a good option. The first waterfall is the highest fall and the deepest pool. There are also some great high jumps for the brave only, but I wouldn't advise to do this. Follow the main path next to the river to find more pools. The next pool is really the most famous one. A beautiful blue pool for swimming. It features a natural arc that allows you to swim in it. The further you go up, the more pools you can actually see. If you wish to return, use the same way back. From the first waterfall, it is about 20 minutes back to the parking lot. Let's continue to our final destination, Lath Alt. A short walk from the parking lot takes you to a lookout where you can see the remains of a factory and a salmon shack at the mouth of the River Lield. It is best not to pass by the viewpoint here, as the descent is very dangerous and there has been unfortunate accidents on the way in recent years. But this beautiful coast was once a busy workplace. Locals worked here cleaning and drying diatomaceous earth, a calc-white clay found about 4 miles inland to Loch Cuitia. Here steam-powered buffer boats moored and were loaded with sacks of powdered diatomaceous earth ready for sale. The business itself boomed until the 1950s, when Stefan diatomaceous earth became too expensive to produce. In-Beer Tobota was a good spot for salmon fishing, and you can see the remains of a salmon shack here. In the 1950s, there were 8 salmon fishing stations on the east coast of Skye. Fishermen dipped their iron chains in tar to keep them from rusting in seawater.